Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to explain a little bit more about how these audio mixers work inside of Unity. And you may have noticed in the transition project that we created, the fading between the two different tracks is linear, which means that, and music is typically, and decibels, and the way that music works typically when you're fading things, usually Pro Tools and Digital Performer and all the DAWs use logarithmic curves to kind of fade between stuff. And there's a way to do that within Unity, so I'm going to show you how to do that too. But first, what I want to just briefly go over is when you bring up the Audio Mixer tab, right, and you have these various snapshots, one of the things that you can do is you can also add different kinds of effects to channels. So for instance, I can go here and then add all these built-in effects. Flanging, distortion, normalizing, pitch shifter. I can add those specifically to a channel. In addition, you'll see I have a send and return here too. So those are used typically for side chaining. So for instance, what I can do is side chain like if I have dialogue in my game and I want the music to duck underneath the dialogue, I can set that up in a side chain using a send. I can also use sends for things like reverb and things like that if I wanted to. All right, so let's get on to special parameters inside of how the mixer works in terms of trying to get more, our fade shaped a little more evenly. Instead of using linear, we use something else. And I've set these up already. When I go to Music A, where I turn up the Music A bus and turn down the Music B bus, okay, when I select Music A, it's going to bring up the inspector for Music A here. If I right-click on the volume here, it's going to actually show me a bunch of options. Yours probably will say linear snapshot transition, but what you probably should do is, since the Music A fader is being brought up, we actually want to do a square root snapshot transition as it's being brought up. And then conversely, when we do the Music B, when we're fading that out, click here, you want to do the squared snapshot transition. And that will make your fades a little smoother. Similarly, when I go to Music Bus B, right, my snapshot for MXB, Music A is being faded out. So we want to make sure that this is set to squared snapshot transition, and then similarly on Music B, we want it the opposite, which is the square root snapshot transition. And this will make your fades just a little bit smoother when crossfading between one track and the other track. Okay, thanks, good luck.